This is your 2025 newly redesigned 6th generation 4Runner. This particular model is the SR5. This is going to be your base model. I'm going to go over the outside, also what's on the inside, and what you're going to see on this vehicle that perhaps you won't see on the upper trim levels. On the front of the SR5 model, you're going to have a lot of matte finishes here, with the exception of this piece right here, which would be color keyed. Making our way around the right hand side of the vehicle, a standard feature that you're going to see on the 4Runner is going to be your air curtains here. That's going to change the airflow around that vehicle to help you get that better gas mileage. Your fog lights are going to be standard across the board on all your 4Runners. You have LED projector beam lights in the front, and you have your LED lights in the back. But underneath the hood, you're going to get a 2.4 liter turbo, 278 horsepower, and a whopping 317 pound-feet of torque. You will not see any sound dampening material. Typically on the higher models, you'll see sound dampening material here, and you'll see it between the engine bay and the cabin also. And what that's doing is that's keeping that noise out of the cabin here. This particular model, the SR5, is going to have your 17-inch rims here. It's going to be a common design that you see like on the Tacoma SR5 models as well. And this one is going to feature your beefier tire here, and that's going to give you a 245/70 R17. So it's going to be a little bit easier to replace those rims. It has the mud guards on the front and also on the back. So that's something you're going to see on the SR5 as well. So on this particular model, we've also added the Predator side steps. So that's a nice feature also. So if you're going to be using this vehicle more for like an off-road, then that's a really good feature here because they're nice and sturdy, these here. So they're not going to easily rip off or damage. And it's easy to knock that mud off before you get in your vehicle and messing up that nice interior. You'll also notice your matte black mirrors here. So it's not going to be color keyed like your upper models. No integrated turn signal here. However, you will have your blind spot monitoring. That is standard across the board on all your 4Runner models. Auto lock and unlock, but you won't get color key door handles. You get a matte black door handle here. That is a SR5 feature that you won't see on any of the upper models, which will offer you the color key door. Matte black around the fender flares also. So it may blend a little bit more with your black or either your underground. On your lighter models, you may notice that a little bit more. So walking around here to the back, you have your 4Runner there. That's in black also. That's called an overlay. So that takes those chrome emblems and it turns those emblems black. It blends in a little bit better with the darker colors. Of course, you're going to have your Toyota stamped across the back here. Your towing package is standard, and now your towing package is up from 5,000 to 6,000 pounds. So this vehicle will actually tow up to 6,000 pounds, guys. And here's a first on the 4Runners as well. You have a backup camera washer. I'll show you how that exactly works, but that's a nice feature. So whenever that camera gets dirty, you can actually deploy that and wash that camera. You don't have to get out and wipe that off. So in the back side of the SR5, you notice this particular one came with the cargo cover here. So that's an accessory that you can actually get, and you can actually fit it right in here. So nice and easy to install. So on the sides right here, this is where your jack is going to be. So kind of a common spot that you see on the previous generation as well. It was down a little bit lower, so sort of like right in this area, but because of the redesign, they moved it up a little bit. A lot of storage space there. So if you want to basically spend a day at the beach or something like that, back up to the ocean, open the back door, and you can sort of sit in the back. You can even rock these seats up. You can fold those flat, and it gives you a little bit more room, so you can kind of sit back. You're not in the sun or something like that, and you're kind of just enjoying the breeze. So now on the SR5, you can get a third row. It is one of only 2 models in the 4Runner where you can get a third row. SR5 being one of those, and the Limited being the other. The other models do not offer a third row, only those particular models. Also see your tie downs here. So if you want to tie a load down here and sort of strap it down, you can do that with these right here. You see the others in the corner right here also. So there's your tie downs right there. Of course, you have a 12-volt right in here where you can plug like maybe you want to basically make some margaritas or something like that. You're going to plug a blender right in there, and that should basically just power that right on. This particular model, of course, has your first aid kit. Never know when you're going to need that, right? Hey, maybe you've been out, off-roading or something like that, and one of these Predator side steps got that shin. So it happened to me earlier. So guys, it doesn't feel good, but hey, it happens. Notice up top, you do have your matte black roof rails. So that's standard, whether or not you go with the SR5 or upper models. On the inside of the SR5, you can expect hard touch material here on the doors. Got some soft touch material here, but everything right here is hard touch material. Of course, you have your handles there. Got some additional storage here in the doors. You got some cup holders here, additional cup holders. Now on the SR5, you will not get a power seat. You're gonna get a manual seat, but if you need to basically pump that seat up, you need to raise that seat, you can. If you need to lower it, you're gonna press it down here. You're gonna have your adjustment for the lumbar, that is power, and of course you can relax the seat just by pressing here. This particular interior is a ash color interior. As you can see from the material here, this is called a sports fabric, so nice high bolstering on the sides here, on the seats and on the sides here. So even if it's hot, this is really not going to hold a lot of heat and everything, so it's going to pale that heat and everything. So even if it's black, it's not going to be very hot on the interior. So here, so Toyota, of course, with the new 4Runners, incorporated the latest Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So you're going to get your automatic high beam lights, you get your lane departure, adaptive cruise control, pre-collision, all those things are standard. However, this model right here incorporates technology that we've been seeing on the Tundra for years. And because you have your towing here, which on this model you can tow up to 6,000 pounds, a lot of times when you tow, it weighs that vehicle down in the back and your headlights shine up. This particular model here has a feature where you can actually redirect those headlights downward. So the further you go up, the more those headlights direct down. And of course your zero, which is where it is now, is really just a standard sort of a neutral sort of level mode. But of course you have your illumination of your dash, you have your gas door release, automatic high beam lights, which I mentioned before. You have your traction control, that's part of your Star safety system, so that's going to work with those ABS brakes. Of course you have your hood release down below here. So you'll notice also where's the parking brakes? Yep, no parking brakes on the 4Runner. So it aligns itself with the rest of the Toyotas where it incorporates your electronic parking brakes, which I'll show you shortly. And of course you have your automatic right here, so that's your automatic high beam lights here that I mentioned earlier. So no heated steering wheel, although it looks like it may have had that or something like that, but guys, it doesn't. Even though it looks perforated, something like that, but it does not have your heated steering wheel or anything like that. So the steering wheel is very traditional to current Toyota models, so that's kind of what you're going to see. You have your adaptive cruise control right here where you can actually activate that, or your constant, the difference being that one brakes and one doesn't. That's your set right there, and of course that's going to be your lane keep assist. Your mode button is going to take you between your different sort of things on your radio that you may listen to, like your XM radio, FM, AM, things like that. On this side here, so just your regular sort of switch there to activate your wipers. This is going to actually be for your back wiper, so if you turn that right there, now if you push it forward, that's going to actually activate that backup camera washer and also the back windshield. It washes those simultaneously. So if you press forward, that's going to wash both of those. If you pull towards you, of course, that's going to wash the front windshield. That's very traditional. Here, of course, you have different pieces of information in this screen here that you can access. So the farther you go up here, anything with that leaf right there is going to show you about your fuel economy. And as you go down, it shows you different pieces of information. This particular model comes with your 8-inch display here. Push button start is standard on all your 4Runners. You'll have a single zone AC/heat. No wireless charging, anything like that. You're going to have to go to one of the upper models to actually get that. You see you have some USB-Cs there as well where you can plug into. You have your 4x4. That's a part-time 4-wheel drive. So this particular model is your 4x4 that is part-time. That means you physically have to engage it. Otherwise, it is a rear-wheel drive vehicle. There's your electronic parking brakes right there. So anytime you put the vehicle in drive, it's going to deactivate. Anytime you put it in drive, it's going to disable. It's going to reactivate. So that's kind of how that works. However, if you press it down and hold it, that will actually deactivate that, and therefore, to actually enable those parking brakes, you're going to have to pull up every time. Just pull up once. That's going to engage those. When you're ready to go, just push down. That's going to disengage it. Or, like I said, you can let it do it automatically, which you'll press up, and you'll see this icon right here. There you go. So there's your automatic sort of parking brakes there. So you have your hold right here. That's your brake hold. So that's going to hold your brakes in place. So if you're in stop and go traffic or something like that, then you may want to stretch your legs or something like that. You really can't get out in traffic. I think that's kind of a bad idea. I know you would kind of agree. But anyway, that's what that is for, guys. And your tow haul. Your tow haul, of course, if you're towing something, that's going to be the best way. That's going to turn off that overdrive and help you. That's going to maximize the stability of the vehicle. And of course, your drive modes. If you want the drive mode, just change it here, and that's going to go between your sport, your normal, and your eco. The difference being that there's different intervals that valve opens up to produce horsepower or either reduce horsepower and conserve fuel. So you see, you have some cup holders here, of course, additional cup holders, of course, additional storage. You have your a handle right here, old bleep handle. So that's that. This particular model has been outfitted with the all-weather mats. Typically, my experience in the past, there's always been about a $20 difference between the fabric mats and the all-weather mats. We choose to put the all-weather mats in. They look better, and like I said, they're the same cost now, so it doesn't make a difference. So they just look much better, and our customers prefer it. So of course your storage right here for your glove compartment. You have additional storage right here as well, so that you can place like keys or anything like that in there also. And check this out, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but check that out right there. So that's a old bleep handle that's integrated in the A-pillow there. So that's pretty cool how they have that versus the one above my head here that you actually have. So that's a little bit different that you see that one. So that's pretty cool. You never seen that before. Also, what you guys have been seeing on some of the upper models, it has an upgraded audio which offers a JBL Flex speaker. So this one does not. So the SR5 does not offer the JBL's Flex speaker. If you want the JBL Flex speaker, you're gonna have to jump up to the premium models, and that's gonna offer you your upgraded audio with your removable Bluetooth JBL Flex speaker. So no automatic dimming mirror or anything like that. Also here, because you do, now on your previous generations, your back window, you can actually power that back window down from right in here. Now on the newer models, you'll see that actually they've moved the switch up to right here. So if you want to basically power down that back window here, you don't have to hold it or anything like that. So press the button, just a little second there, and it'll power all the way back up and all the way down. So of course you have your door settings. So if you want the lights to come on with the door, you're going to set it on with the door setting. And of course on all your Toyotas, you have your Safety Connect. So that is complimentary 10 years. So if the airbags deploy, anything like that, it automatically calls out the local authorities, no matter which region you're in. Now also, guys, you may have seen this in your new vehicle when you purchased it. So this is on all push button start. So just so you don't get stranded with that key fob, if it doesn't detect that key on the inside here, you want to take that key and put it up to this push button start, and it has just enough power between the push button start and the fob to actually start the vehicle. So that's what this little pamphlet is saying here. Now guys, on the key fob itself, you may not have had a push button start before, but however, you do have a couple of things going on with this right here. So of course you have your lock right here, you have your unlock, but you also have a panic button, and that'll help you find your car. So maybe you're at a busy, you're out shopping or something like that with the family, and you need to find your car. You forgot where you parked it at. Hit this button right here, and it'll actually help you find your car. So it's really easy, and that's a feature on that. Now, if you're new to the push button start, sometimes, well, eventually the battery will die in this fob. So what you want to do is this little tab on the back right here, you want to push that to the side here, push it to the side, pull that out. It's going to reveal a key here. I don't know if you guys can see that little slot right there. So if the battery dies in the key fob, which eventually it will, you're going to take this out, or you can take it to your local Toyota dealership and they will change it out for you. But if you want to change it out yourself, you're going to stick this right in there. See that little tab right there? You can see that right. I don't know if you guys can see that right in there. And you're going to basically stick it in, and you're going to twist it. Okay. And that's going to pop that right open. There you go. So it pops it right open, right? You're going to pull this little piece off right here. Drop the piece out. And guys, there's your battery right there. So there's your battery. Nice and easy to take out. So it's a little flat battery. This is a CR2450. So you'll find that like in your Walgreens or something like that, or your CVS, whatever you have in your area, and you can easily change that battery out. Or like I said, you can take it to your local Toyota dealership and they'll do it. I know sometimes our parts department has done it for free. It's a courtesy that we do for our customers. So that is a service that we do. So nice and easy to repair, nice and easy to put that back in. Now putting it back in, so put this back in, and that's going to fit right in there, right? So you're going to take this little piece here. Don't forget that little grommet there, okay? Don't lose that. So that's what enables, anytime you lock your vehicle, that's what gives it that motion where you can actually open it up and click it where it contacts this little circuit here in the back. So make sure you don't lose that right there. So going to put it back on. So nice and easy to go back on. So just put it there. So, and just press it. And there you go. So now it's back on, guys. So put your key, take your key, put your key back in there, right? And there you go. It snaps right back in there, okay? So now also, here's another thing, guys. Very real. Make sure you keep that key in your pocket, okay? This key right here is roughly about $400, okay? Not unless you have a boatload of money. I wouldn't want to go around replacing these keys here. So leave that key in your pocket. You have your automatic, your auto lock and unlock on the door. You put that key in your pocket. All you have to do is just grab the door, guys, and it automatically opens for you. So you don't have to have this key out. You don't have to hit that little unlock button. Just walk up to the driver's door, grab the handle, and it will open up for you. So keep it in your pocket. But looking in the back, you got plenty of room back here in the back. You got your vents back here in the back. You got some more USB-Cs there. Gives you plenty of room in the back, so if you need the extra room, you can. And there's your tethers there. And of course, you have 2 sets of anchors here, so there, and also under this seat here. So you got your armrests and cup holders there, so you got additional of those. So always want to keep everybody hydrated, so cup holders there in the doors. Another cup holder here in the door. So guys, check this out. I have a real surprise for you on the 6th generation SR5. You have your remote start. On the 5th generation, you did not have your remote start. You only had it on the limited, and you could also get it on the pros, guys, but you could not get it on lower models. So this one has a remote start. So let's see whether or not it actually works. So 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what happens. If those lights flash, there it is, guys. Boom. Remote start on a 2025 6th generation SR5 4Runner. That's something you did not have on the previous generation. So even if it's an SR5, your remote start is standard. So guys, thank you for reviewing the 2025 6th generation 4Runner SR5 with me. What do you guys think? Have you had a chance to test drive it? Have you even seen one before? What do you guys think in comparison to the 5th generation? Thanks again for joining me. You can always find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Under Drives. We'll see you next time.